Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we're taking a look at the 11-page short story that starts part 2 of this collection, Return to Lankhmar by Fritz Leiber. It's called The Sadness of the Executioner. I read it last night in about 22 pages. 22 minutes rather. So it was pretty quick. Knocked it out pretty good. For you folks, it's the first short story, like I said, in part 3 after the novel, Swords of Lankhmar, which is the entire part 1. Yes, I'll link to it in the comments below. So this series started getting published in 1939 with a short story called Two-Side Adventure by Fritz Leiber. It was also his first short story. And he published a lot of novellas and short stories and a novel in this series that are collected here for you folks. And he published it a lot. It's actually won some Hugas. So it was definitely a big hit over time. And now we're doing a deep dive into this. He's a heavy hitter in the genre. He's in the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Hall of Fame. One of his science fiction short stories, which we reviewed for you, was also in the Hall of Fame for that, according to the Science Fiction Writers of America. He also has a Stoker Award for his horror stuff. He was a protege of H.P. Lovecraft and in the Lovecraft circle of writers of that cadre. And he is definitely a key influence. And this series in particular is heavily influential on modern fantasy. You can't read modern fantasy without it. So I'm going back and doing a deep dive into this series. He wrote it continuously from the 30s to the 90s when he died in 1992. Since the title of my channel is The Worst Thing About New Books, which is a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Schubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old books. And so in this case, you're going back and reading old stuff that's been published long before I was born in 76. Much of this stuff in the series. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I thought of The Sadness of the Executioner, the 11-page coda, after this big giant novel for you folks. I didn't like it. I never really got into it. The writing was okay, but never really sort of captured me. I sort of got lost on the details. I didn't care that much for the actions, although the central conceit of it is actually pretty good. So I'm going to be giving this a 6 out of 10. So the central conceit, which you'll find out on the first page, is that the Death who lives in Nelwan is coming for the Gray Mouser and the Fafhrd. He has a quota he has to meet. He's got 20 heartbeats to figure it out. And so now you're going to be following him along over the next 11 pages while he tries to kill in an innovative way these heroes that are heroes. So he tries to kill them in innovative ways and creative ways in order to suit them. Also, these guys are huge servants of him because he has used them in many of his plans and have delivered many people to him. So, but he needs to kill 2 heroes for his quota for his master. So that's kind of the central conceit. I like it. I think it's actually kind of fun. I just don't think it goes in a good place. So I'm only giving this a 6 out of 10. Again, I keep my reviews spoiler free, and this isn't a very long short story. So there's not a whole lot I can talk about without talking about the spoilers or the ending. But if you've read it, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, why not hit that subscribe button? Because there's going to be a lot more of these to follow. And then finally, I just want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video. Because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling and I appreciate it. So thanks again and have an amazing day.